homes over the weekend. Probably some more stragglers will come in, so tomorrow's numbers should be even better. No closings Saturday, Sunday. We put 64 under contract, and we have 1,927 single-family homes, and that's about 100 up from our lowest this year so far. So that's good. We've listed 12 homes that were 436 and under, 436,000 and under, and that's a total of 476 single-family homes, 436,000 and under. Now, I'm not saying median price because we're going to talk about that because it jumped up. And then I'm going to show you how we determine median price. Jumping down though first to the $1 million homes, we are selling 4 a day now. We're getting up to last year's numbers, which we predicted that would happen. And it is happening. Investors still buying 44 homes a day, and that's a whole nother market for y'all. So let's see anything else outstanding here. What we want to do is we want to talk a little bit about median price today. Now, what's the difference between median and average? So you have to understand the lingo. So we're going to just go through it. The median price is where half the homes sold in any given area that month were cheaper and the other half more expensive. In other words, median middle. Think of median middle. And average, though, is when you take the total number of single-family homes, which there's about 5,120, give or take, and you add up all the prices like they did in the example here. So you see you have 100, 101,000, 102,000, and you have all the way up to 3 million. So that's a broad range, but when you add them all up, you get 5,478,000. And if you count the number of houses, there are 11. So you divide the 5,478,000 by 11, and you get an average price of $498. Now, this is a good example because it actually shows you how perhaps this isn't a fair evaluation of the market, because these $1 million and $3 million homes really don't represent, the median. Now, so if you're shopping for a house, and you can tell this could be a great video for y'all to give to people. If you're shopping for a house, one of the biggest issues you have to face is how much you can afford and how much will balance that with the kind of house you want in the location that suits you. Real estate sources online and real estate agents often mention average price and median price when they compare prices in various areas, and those terms often cause confusion. And I will add one more thing that causes confusion. When we're talking about the median and the average price in Las Vegas, are we including Boulder City? Are we including Pahrump? Are we including Mesquite? Just exactly what are we including? Are we just including all of Clark County, all of Southern Nevada? So it's very important when people quote statistics that they tell the source of the statistics. And I know that you've heard me over the past couple of years. Eli Siegel always likes to sensationalize our market, which is good. That's good. It is sensational, isn't it? But he doesn't tell the source. And so he and I disagree sometimes. And I used to get kind of upset with him. And but now I think he's, after talking, he's kind of figured that out. And he does more or less, more times than not, he describes his source. And he'll say, but then sometimes he'll say like, oh, here's an agent with the Las Vegas Board of Realtors, and they say the median price is, but still the agent that's saying that isn't describing their source. So, and it does make a difference, as you can see. So let me show you, if you really want to do this yourself, God help you, but here you go. It takes a minute to do it. And I'm going to show you how I do it. All right, it's a little video, and I'm going to walk you through it. So first of all, I go to residential, and then I do a search. And then I click on sold, and I want to know the median price this year. So on the calendar, I click January 1st, scooch forward to March the 7th, which I did. And then I click off the active and the other. I only want solds. And then I only want single family homes. I wanted to compare apples to apples, and under zip code, I put all the zip codes in the Las Vegas Valley, and this is what came up. Over 5,000 homes, and exactly when you go to export it, it'll tell you exactly how many. And the most you can display on a page is 100. So just saying that as a side note. So it says 5,122 records. So then I say export, and I find a folder in my computer, and I name it the way I want it, and then I save it. And then it saves, and then I open it. So I go down to open, and there it is. I have 5,122 homes. So we said that you divide that by 2 to find the middle. We want to know what is the middle. So if I take 5,122, and then I make a little formula, just to show you how easy this is. You go over to the little formula thing, you say you want the sum, you say okay, and then you take that number and you do slash for the word for divide, and it comes up with 2561. So we're going to go down to the home that's located in the 2,561st home. I had to figure out how to say that. So you go down, 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 down. And the interesting thing is with BeLive, I could scooch it up till it went faster, but I didn't. So 2561, we're almost there. And guess what? There it is, 445. So as of today, the median price home in Las Vegas is 445. And that's how easy it is. So, and what did that take us? I mean, I didn't speed it up. That took like, the secret, all knowing what to do. So when tomorrow, what I'll do is I'm going to change the 436, which I've been hanging on to, but I'm going to change it to 445. And we shall see then what happens between now and the end of the month, because something else happened over the weekend or today. The mortgage rates went up. Yes, the 30-year fixed rate is 3.86, which is, APR of 3.953. But for the most part, when we're talking to clients, we just talk about the interest rate, not the APR. And you'll see 3.86. Fixed rate VA is 3.35. 30-year fixed FHA is 3.06. And then you have the ARMs, the different ARMs. I'm not so sure. I think Max said on a show a couple of weeks ago that it might not be a bad idea to explore the ARMs right now, or maybe that was one of our lenders that was on the show. Only because they think that, I guess, they may go down. But in the meantime, you kind of hang in there at 3%. So I don't think that's me. I guess if you're going to move and you're going to move in 7 years, it might be a good idea. But I'm not an expert on ARMs. So, and I think they have all kinds of, I think ARMs have many different features to them, one way or the other. Okay, so today I wanted to just talk a little bit about some of the things I found over the weekend. And interestingly enough, this is Lite. And so I put myself in as a consumer, and I said, give me the number one agent to help me buy a home in Las Vegas. So guess who they came up with? Our friend George. And of course, now we have key insights here. George, where'd you go? Here we go. So when you scroll down, you'll see he's had 18 years of experience. He's closed 3,873 homes, and he's gotten 495 clients from Lite. If you're not on Lite, you might want to get on Lite, because it looks like consumers are going to Lite. And I know that it's one of the featured, I see it on TV, so I know they advertise. And it gives you lots of different information. Let me go down here again, and I'll stop it. Let's see, go down here. So tells you all the good things about George. He responds quickly. He's an expert. He's number one in Las Vegas. And he has much neighborhood knowledge. And he's a top producer. He's in the top 5%. And he moves safe certified, whatever that means. George leverages tools, technologies, and practices to help keep you safe. So if you've done cybersecurity, that's a great thing to put there too. So if you're not on HomeLite, you might want to just join it. I think it's free. It's interesting because when I did this, the page says, "Oh, Ruth Albrand, looks like you are a real estate agent. Why don't you join HomeLite?" So it has a database that it compares the people who were using it to the agent database. So it knew that I was a real estate agent, which I thought was very insightful. Now, one of the things that I also found on there, which is something that you can use, how loud. Did you ever want to know, or did your clients ever want to know, how loud the neighborhood was where they were going, or the street for that matter, where they were going to buy a home? Well, there is this site, and I do have the, let me go down here. How loud, we got how loud. There it is, howloud.com/real estate. Really a cool site, and I'm going to show you what I did. So I went on there, and sorry about my puppies barking, but we're doing landscaping. And I said, okay, what I want to do is I want to search. First of all, I did where our office is located for comparison, 8400 West Sahara Avenue. Then I put in Las Vegas, NV 89117, and I hit go. Okay. And it comes up and it says, your sound score is 71. Now, I believe, if I'm correct, if it's in the 80s, it's pretty quiet. And it says that, it'll tell you that on this page as well. But it's pretty, 71 means it's loud. Well, we got 60,000 cars that go past our building every day. So I imagine that adds to it. And then I did my home, and my home is 91% calm. Well, do you want to know why? Because I back up to a mountain, probably, because 91 is pretty high. And I went, you can see my house is right there amongst the BLM land. So this is a great site to add value to your clients, do a little video about it and show people, you'll be glad to. Now, what you can do when you do a video, you can say, give me your address and I'll let you know what your sound rating is. I just think that these things are interesting things to grab people, so that when your video comes by, you're not just saying, hi, this is Ruth Albrand, I'm a Las Vegas realtor with Las Vegas Realty, whatever it is. And, by that time you probably lost them. But if you say, do you want to know your sound rating, where your house is? So, that to me is a hook. And so we did that. We did the home stream, and we did the median. The only other thing I wanted to talk about today is NerdWallet. So let's go here and show you NerdWallet. NerdWallet is really a cool tool for you to use. And if you compare Las Vegas with Los Angeles, and let's say your income is $50,000, your household income is $50,000. To maintain your standard of living in Los Angeles, you need to be making $72,000 a year. So when you do this, you will see that the housing costs are 99% higher. Okay, that's quite something. And let's keep going. Transportation costs are higher, 14% higher. Food costs are much higher. Entertainment. So movie is $16. It's $12 here. Beer, $8 versus $9. And then healthcare is much more expensive there. And so let's see. This site also tells you where the data comes from. And this is the thing that I'm trying to impress upon people, is to tell what your source is. And it is important, and they know it's important, and so they are doing that. So NerdWallet is going down here. What is the cost of living? What is the breakdown? And what do those things mean? And where do they get them from? This is all information that, is very informative. Once you hook somebody and you start talking about, it's, so much more expensive to live in LA than in Las Vegas, and you can start telling them, where all this information came from. So let me fast forward a little bit. I think I took I went and I took Utah, and it's cheaper to live there. And then I went in and I took Phoenix. Interesting, because it's about a dead heat. The cost of living is 3% lower in Phoenix. That's almost apples and apples, if you ask me. Plus the heat, they need to do the temperature, but they don't do the climate, which I think they should, but maybe they'll do that someday. And then I went and I took, what did I take? Tucson, a lot lower in Tucson. Then I think I took Florida. I was looking for a place in Florida, because Florida's, a lot of people move from Florida to here. So, I took Chicago next. So Chicago's 35% higher. So if you're doing I'm sorry about the puppy. If you're doing a video saying, if you live in Chicago, it's 35% higher, according to, always give your source, NerdWallet, and let me break down the different cost of living, the housing costs, the transportation costs, the food costs. And you can do a great video on this, and you can screenshot this like I did. And this is just a video. I did a little screenshot, and then I can talk and tell you what I did. So I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool, NerdWallet. And I think I did one more. Come on. Takes a minute. New York. Oh my gosh. Manhattan. Wow. 370% higher to live in Manhattan than in Las Vegas. And then I went and I think I took Miami. And people are moving from Florida to Las Vegas. So, Tampa. Tampa was 30% lower. Then I went down to Miami and, spell it right. There we go. Miami-Dade. And it's 23% higher. So you've got the weather down there. You got hurricanes. You got humidity. It rains every day at 4 o'clock. So lots of traffic. Oh my gosh, I was there a couple of years ago. I couldn't believe the traffic. And so that's a few things for you to use and make videos of. Lots of ideas. One thing I did want to mention about HomeLite. I dug a little deeper into HomeLite, and I did find out that Zillow is one of their sponsors. So just saying, don't know if those two things go together, but I don't know. You all have a wonderful day. We're going to have a class today from 10 to 1, and it's core agency. 541-8000 is the CE number. And it's a great class, and it's relevant to today. Negotiations are a skill. You need to learn them. Come to class 10 to 1. You can still sign up. You got, you can sign up to about 10:15. We have 20, 30 people attending today, so that's good. It's interesting. More people are doing Zoom now than in person. There for a while, when the pandemic was over, it was the other way around. So we had the classroom full. Now we probably have five or six, 7, 8 people in the classroom today. So who knows? By the time the show begins, it might be 10. 10's a good number. Then we can network, and it's always fun to network and find everybody's. If you got some buyer that wants something, and you know something's coming on the market, that's always a good thing, because you can tell them, "Oh, I got something coming. That's 3-bedroom, 4-bath. I mean, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's located right in the heart of Summerlin." And so lots of good things happen when you connect with your fellow realtors. And it's a great thing when you're taking your CE classes that we do that. And occasionally Jimmy and I forget to ask you. So I'm trying to get better at that. So I'm making it public that we do it. So I remember, I said I was going to do it, so I have to do it. Great class. It's agency, and negotiations are a skill. And who do you work? Do you work for your client? Now, agency is one of the number one compliance issues that realtors run up against, and that's agency. So we have an agency class every month. And this month, it's the 10th. Thursday, we have law class. So if you need a law class, we have a law class. Go to be.vegas and sign up. And we will see you soon. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Subscribe, like, get notifications so that you know when I'm on. If it's not your day, my subject isn't what you want to hear that day, you can always click off of it. But comment, subscribe on my YouTube channel. Give me some comments. Give me some likes. Give me some feedback. I've been doing this for a long time and I haven't changed much. So if I need to change, I love